Hey, good morning, students. In today's video, we are going to learn about the coefficient of diffusion, which is likely to be earlier two topics like coefficient of viscosity and thermal conductivity of a gas. Now, before proceeding to the derivation of coefficient of diffusion, let's try to understand what is meant by diffusion. So basically, diffusion is a process of movement of molecules under a concentration gradient. Wherever the concentration of molecules is exist, the molecules of a gas or liquid tend to move from higher concentration to lower concentration until the concentration becomes equal throughout. It may be a vessel or any chamber. So this kind of a process is called as the diffusion process, and basically this diffusion happens in gases and liquids, because in gases and liquids the molecules move randomly, or they are able to move randomly. This does not happen in solid, right? So let's consider three different layers: layer A, B and C. The same diagram we have been considering for all the three different phenomena, transport phenomena. So layer A is the middle one, layer B is the uppermost layer, and layer C is the lower layer, right? X, Y, Z are the three axes. So the axes are dummy variables. You can consider any axis as X, Y and Z. So this is a X axis, this is Y axis, and this is a Z axis, and this is an origin, right? So the concentration of molecules changes from layer to layer, right? So N is the number of molecules in layer A, and the concentration gradient in layer B and C is respectively mentioned over here. That is, in layer B, this is N plus lambda into dN by dZ, N minus lambda into dN by dZ, right? What is lambda? Lambda is the distance between the two layers, and it is also a mean free path, right? And dN by dZ is a rate of change of concentration of the molecules with respect to a distance. Distance may be in a upward direction or downward direction, right? Or with respect to a Z axis, we can say, right? So let's go for the discussion, and let's make more simplified this, as we have seen the derivation of earlier two topics. So this is quite similar to earlier both. So let's consider three layers A, B, C, and all these three layers are parallel to a plane X, O, Y, right? They are separated by a distance lambda. The molecules moving vertically upward or downward don't collide between the two planes. They collide between the layers but don't collide between the planes. Let N be the molecular concentration along a layer A, and dN by dZ is the rate of change of concentration with distance in upward direction perpendicular to the plane A along Z axis. Then concentration at the layer B will be N plus lambda into dN by dZ, and the concentration at layer C will be N minus lambda into dN by dZ, right? Y plus and minus, that we have already discussed in the coefficient of viscosity, so you can correlate this with that. You can easily understand this. Therefore, the number of molecules coming from layer B and crossing the layer A downward per unit area per unit time is equal to 1/6 of RMS velocity into the concentration gradient. So 1/6 into C into N plus lambda into dN by dZ, right? Similarly, the number of molecules coming from layer C and crossing A in upward direction per unit area per unit time will be equals to 1/6 times the RMS velocity into the concentration gradient. So it will be equals to 1 upon 6 into C into n minus lambda into dn by dz, right? So this is a concentration gradient of layer C, and hence we can say the net number of molecules crossing the plane A, uppermost middle layer, per unit area per unit time, and this will be equals to subtraction between the above two. So 1/6 of RMS velocity into n plus lambda into dn by dz minus n and plus lambda into dn by dz. So minus of this and this minus minus will becomes plus. So if you simplify this, and then we'll get the net molecules crossing plane A per unit time per unit area per unit time is equals to 1/3 of C into lambda dn by dz. Thus we can say the coefficient of diffusion is the ratio of number of molecules crossing per unit area in 1 second to the rate of change of concentration with distance. So d into dn by dz is equal to 1/3 of C lambda into dn by dz. So this gives us capital D is equals to 1/3 of C lambda. This dn by dz and dn by dz gets cancelled. 1/3 of C lambda. And as we know that this relation for eta, coefficient of viscosity, eta is equal to 1/3 of rho C lambda. And if we use this into this relation, here we do not have a rho. If we put a rho, then we will get here a D is equals to eta by rho, right? And this can be written as K by rho into CV. So what is eta? Eta is equals to what is the coefficient of thermal conductivity? K is equals to eta CV. So for eta we can write K into CV, and thus we will get K CV by rho. So this helps us to simplify this above relation. If you shift this rho on other side, we will get d rho by eta is equals to 1. What is the d? D is the coefficient of diffusion, rho is the density, and eta is the coefficient of viscosity, right? So and experimentally actually this value d rho by eta is found to lie between 1.3 to 1.5. So this is all about the coefficient of diffusion, right? And in the next lecture I think we'll go for some problems based on this. For time being I think we'll stop now here. Thank you.